persuading them. We make it direct appeal to them. One of them publicly made a statement, and I respect the person. Nanabi.
Okay.
So I can't say only the own copy. And the reason Nanabi, I believe, issues that statement to say own copy is because he has heard around the country the kind of view people have for as our current executive.
Okay.
So it is proper, say, almost standing down so that we form an interim management committee to oversee this process, especially that National Council has put in place a committee to investigate election defeat across the country.
Within the NPP there, you have things that you say, you have identified some of the problems. People outside also believe, we say, these national executives, you former mayor of Tamale, you former deputy CEO of a whole institution like the Forestry Commission, despite say economy weak, Ghana for so far, you people have made a lot of money. And Tina, you don't even care.
I can only speak for myself. I have not made any money.
You have not made money?
No. I was a deputy CEO.
Of Forestry Commission?
No, I was a deputy CEO. My CEO, no, he didn't care about the party.
Who?
He's called John Aloti. He's never been a member of this party. He's on Nyejuma Mapa. Even as election I 2024, I was sitting in the office. Not even one single constituency Okoye. So maybe when you have to call him and ask him how much he made. But
he doesn't work for the party.
He doesn't work. He's never worked for the party.
He's the CEO.
He's never worked for. In fact, I don't think Oya NPP sympathizer. I don't even think so.
So how did he get there?
I cannot.
Okay, he's a Ghanaian.
He's a Ghanaian. No, but look at Mahama. Politics is politics. When people fight for you, put them in good places so that they can continue to fight for their party.
Is that what Mahama did?
Look at Mahama.
Are you impressed
with only neutral? Yes, I am impressed because he's putting his party people, and I'm happy with that.
Oh.
Yes, every political party in government must put their people to safeguard what they believe in. Now, how can you go and make Musa Superior a minister or a CEO in an NDC government? It doesn't work. In fact, it is false. So I'm happy, I'm impressed. So far, the only non-political appointment Mahama and it's because it's non-political. It's a constitutional review committee.
Professor H. Kwesi Prempeh.
Yeah, why didn't he make H. Kwesi Prempeh the Attorney General? Because we all know H. Kwesi Prempeh, the kind of work he can do for a country if he becomes an Attorney General. Because he doesn't align to Omo Party's vision.
Okay.
So it is incumbent on the next NPP president to make sure that strategic institutions are able to buy a party. There should be NPP people. There should be NPP people. And I don't regret for saying this. And it's important, say, appointments by president. I mean, if you are a party leader who call cabinet now, who kasana president, not president, no person won't hear, and then you just keep quiet. It means that party leader. Party leaders should speak to the president and tell him that, Mr. President, I may can't because of the partners. I have no option than to go to the party so that we will withdraw our support from you.
Do you also support NPP for any because say win the election all of a sudden nipa be brave brochi abeji the key position?
It is true, and those people know, unfortunately, no more members of your branches where they come from. So, for example, if you came from a UK or UK branch, America or America branch, Canada or Canada branch, pass it through the back door. Came to the country, saw very powerful people around the president, and then they got all these juicy jobs. A man for Bojuma. If you go to the UK, weather conditions in the UK are not easy. Nightly meetings. I was a member of the UK branch, so meaning what I'm talking about.
Okay.
And then at the end of the day, you win election. Lo and behold, they remain a group which has been unconsulted for a period of 4 years. But now, amount for free UK for appointments and no consultation have been made. I think that should stop, and the party should insist. The next leadership of your party, they should insist, and that should be made clear to whoever becomes the presidential candidate. The party will not tolerate that. This party is bigger than everybody. We are bigger than Musa Superior. We are bigger than the presidential candidate. We are bigger than the president, because our president want to win power.
Okay.
So they have to respect the party.
Okay.
Now, who respect the party, party so that the party will have a life. and going forward, we can win more elections. Now, if you are running a government, and the way I will run a government, actions I will take on decisions that you take, a party for demotivating our party people, it's most likely that the next election we lose.
Okay.
And therefore, the party leadership, especially the National Steering Committee, should always insist that the right thing is done.
It's done. Okay. Mamimbu Sao say, apart from the executives also and resign any other issues, what will be the key, one or two key reforms in rebuilding NPP?
One is abolishes our polling station delegate system and why a party
delegate
young abolish it and making sure say obia our membership card otia and juice uncle vote
more enlarge
yes making sure say
the electoral base
our polling station delegate system it is not democratic and yet inclusive.
Okay,
how do you have a polling station people of say 100 or 200 people and only 5 people are on by taking decision on behalf of these 200 people, and sometimes our decision and yet a consulted decision. They just go there and then they take those decisions.
Okay.
And then we say because we have very few encouraging bribery and corruption. Anytime I go to a bar, you see that they are easily bribed. But if there are a lot of them, if you have 200 members of the party at a particular station are almost to a bar, it will be difficult for anybody to come and give 200 members TV and fridges and 1,000 Ghana cedis because you have a long way to go.
Okay.
If you have over 500 polling stations in a constituency and every polling station over 100 people are almost to a bar, bribery untimi.
Okay.
You may want to do it, but it will be difficult for you to do. So that's one reform. The other reform is that the National Council, Young Council, National Council, they should scrap the National Council.
How? Because
the National Council, it is prone to manipulation. Prone to manipulation.
Right.
Steering committee, any National Executive Committee, so that National Executive Committee best supervise National Council.
Okay.
And the National Council, what's the difference between our National Council and the National Executive Committee? Just check the list. You will see that it has become a problem.
Okay.
Now, Jai Steering Committee to take the decision, and the membership of the steering committees a very strong membership. The president is there, the chairman of party, all elected members of the party, leader in parliament, the chairman of the council of elders. Who say in the wisdom of the writers of the constitution, it was clear say they were looking at the various representation of the party put together the steering committee.
Okay.
Most of the decisions of your party is taken at National Council.
Okay.
When the steering committee mandate to be the day-to-day operational organ of the party. So I think that the National Council should be scrapped. I also think but elected leadership in parliament. We should allow the members of parliament to elect our own leaders. The party shouldn't do that because you are interfering in the work of the caucus. Now, for the caucus to be independent, so the leadership of the caucus to be independent, so that they can speak directly to the president or the leadership of their party and follow up. They should elect themselves. Look at the way Chairman Sabons was thrown out, even though Afenimaki seemed to be doing extremely brilliant. But the way Chairman Sabons was thrown out, it was totally wrong. Because you can't just sit down, call somebody and say, look, we want to change you. And
why was he changed?
For no reason. There was no justification for his change. And that's why I'm saying, Nka caucus no elect nobody would have changed him. As for your markets, look at the way he started doing it. And then in future, the National Council president says that, look, I don't like us, let's get him changed. You should not, no president should be able to do that. And then I'm also talking about the way our organizational structure not here. Electoral area, were coordinators. I don't think we should have.
You speak to the mic.
Electoral area coordinators electoral area executive. So that every electoral area will have at least 7-member executive. To enhance Omojuma and so on and so forth. I'm also insisting, say, the chairman of their party should be made the leader of the party. Permanently in the constitution, say and change the constitution and then make it chairman of their party, whether in opposition or in government. You should be made the leader of the, I think
and not the president.
View. No. As for the president, say or not, he has got a bigger responsibility to be president is to look after the country.
Okay.
Presidential candidate, you have a short term. They elect you for a period. After that period, that position, presidential candidate, does no longer exist.
Okay.
Whether you have won the elections and you haven't won.
Okay.
If you have won, you become president, and then you have this bigger responsibility of looking after Ghana. If you haven't won, you are no longer president. So your leader of the party to be the chairman, lacuna no address a lot. It gives the chairman additional power to be able to deal with. But if amount for people to flag bearer leader, only leader. There is nowhere in the constitution of the NPP who suggests that the flag bearer is the leader of the party. Okay. We don't have that. I think NDC or more, but NPP and NISA, our chairman, any flag bearer. We need a leader so that will be who say this is the leader.
The party is
yes.
The person who is the chairman of
should
the
be
party
the leader.
at any point in time.
Any
is
point,
the leader.
whether in opposition of government, should leader, enhancing the authority.
Okay.
And the other one I want to talk about is your campaign team.
And there are more reforms.
I have a lot of them, but your campaign team. I say I enjoy no. And for me, campaign, the steering committee is there.
Okay. The
steering committee, and they supervising the activities of the party on the daily basis. So say campaign time drew maybe 1 year to the election. The steering committee additional responsibility.
Okay.
So that the chairman of the party becomes the campaign chairman.
Okay.
And I'm proposing all these things. Say general secretary, obey campaign manager,
okay.
the national organizer, obey director of operations, and then the Nasara coordinator, youth organizer, any women's organizer. Umbeya in charge of coordinating the activities of the youth, women, and Nasara organization.
Okay.
First vice, second vice, third vice chairman. We are deputy campaign managers with specific responsibilities.
Okay.
And probably they can add 3 more people.
Okay.
Now, we are now see the presidential candidate should announce a campaign team. I think what part from day one, because all the time the presidential campaign teams undermining the steering committee because you see that the traction goes to the presidential campaign team.
Yeah.
And sometimes the presidential candidate does not even get it right in setting up the campaign team.
Okay.
So I say, the steering committee, and we'll have the chairman of the council of elders of the steering committee.
Okay.
He can be the chief advisor to the campaign team.
Do you think the campaign team no failure and our lapses now? Turnout. People did not go to vote at all.
People did not go to vote because the party collectively was totally unattractive. And I've indicated.
Okay.
So
campaign.
No, that for the campaign team, they were around the presidential candidate, and they were, of course, almost issues that probably we can discuss another time. But the party collectively said they can say a presidential candidate does not win elections.
Okay.
Parliamentary candidate won't win election. You can have the most brilliant, the smartest, the most charismatic presidential candidate, like we have had in Dr. Bawumia.
Yeah.
But the party are weak, any unproductive, any focus. It lacks resources. It lacks details to strategy. Won't win election. Nobody can win an election on the back of a weak political party.
Right. Mamimbra also, you are making proposals, reforms, and I see a lot of it. I watch a lot of it here with me. Anyway, we should do this. We should brilliant ideas. Personally, do you have any intention of personally contesting for a position? Because they're all kind. If you are not in it, the implementation and as a proposals, Roberto, do you have any intention to contest?
So I think this is not the time to talk about positions. It will be a selfish agenda. We are reforms. Now, if you are a party person, and if you have an opportunity to come to radio anywhere, talk the way I have just spoken, introduce issues, condemn where you're supposed to condemn, criticize, make an effective critique, and make proposal. Now, currently, a national election somewhere 2026 thereabout. Reforms they've set up a committee that is going around the country, and then you say you are talking about position. That's selfishness. For me, it is not the position that is most important. The most important is to get the party work.
Okay.
And then the due time now, I'm sure the party people will choose the right people to lead the party. So for me, I'm not thinking about any position.
Okay, now it is. I mean, brilliant to say you want the reforms before the.
Yes, we do the reforms. People are jumping the gun.
Yeah.
I have seen people talking about wanting to be general secretary.
Yeah.
That is totally unpatriotic because the party, we are in trouble. The party is in serious trouble, and there's a process to revive the party. Now you are talking to become a general or national chairman. No, people should not be speaking like that. Let's concentrate on the reforms. Ideas will be our normal from on board. I have seen that the National Elections Committee announcing an email address, which I find quite intriguing though, because how many people in the country have email addresses and access to the internet? But all the same, let's continue pushing and reforming and restructuring the party.
Okay.
We shouldn't be talking about positions now.
You being on social media, I'm sure you also read a lot of people say you should go for the general secretary position, open pay position there, but it drew honor say, and now you don't have intention at all, or you are looking into the future, what will happen?
My intention is to support the process to build a strong party.
Okay.
I don't care about positions. Position is nothing.
Yeah.
Build a party. Now, if the party comes to power, you have your security.
Right.
But at the appropriate time, if I feel,
yes,
I need to be part of the leadership to address these problems, and I'm convinced that I'm the right person, now why not? I will seek the service, the mandate of the people. But for now, and you're right to be talking about positions.
But presidential candidate selection, do you honestly think, for what has transpired in the election, the manner of defeat to the presidential candidate, the worst ever, to the parliamentary side, the worst ever, do you think, NPP as a party will present Dr. Bawumia again?
I have my answer question, maybe you didn't pay attention. Me see, and yeah, about individuals. It's not about Bawumia, Kennedy, Boachie Ajako, Kobne Japan. No, it's not about them. No. They can be there and think that they are smart, they are intelligent, or more resources. If they lead a party that is totally meaningless, any purpose, weak, they will lose. That is what they should know.
Okay.
So me, I'm not going to discuss individuals because I have told you, we have all the things I enumerated in a person here president. I say, you're smart. The president should be smart. The president should be articulate. He should know what he's about and things like that. And all these qualities, Bawumia demonstrated those qualities.
Yeah.
But on the look at the numbers. The numbers suggest.
So you don't think it is Bawumia, the candidate, but the party as a vehicle?
That is it.
Okay.
Now, if as a human being, if you are traveling to my hometown of Sang, and then you don't have a proper vehicle, can you go? Even though you are a good driver, you can't go.
Okay.
So we need to build a very strong, brave, courageous party. Get the leadership on speaking truth to power, and address the challenges in both our polling stations and our electoral areas, and to some extent the constituent and the regional places, and then we can get our party moving. And that is why, in my view, that we can come back strongly and defeat the NDC in 2028.
I've asked a lot, so many questions, and we ran an hour. But people have other questions. I'm a person run it through. I say, Obama, I think your guest is saying the truth about what led the NPP to opposition few days to election. Then you increase fuel. Neil Darkman 1. He's a very, very brilliant and bold Musa superior away from Neil Darkman 1. But say, kindly ask the former mayor and deputy CEO how he contributed to the party's success as an appointee in the last 8 years. I know the youth in Agrek under his office were not paid for so many months. Yusuf Ewawa.
I think Mami make his intervention on this matter. To want to find out what I've done.
Yeah.
If you look at the statistics, it will tell you.
Yeah.
In 2020, Tamale were 2 constituencies.
Right.
In 2020, Tamale South.
Yeah.
The numbers were 25,000 votes. Tamale Central. Tamale South, I think, were 29,000 votes.
Yeah.
In 2024, Musa Superior is not there as mayor. Go and look at the results. They are very heartbreaking results.
Okay.
So that is my scorecard.
Yes.
And in terms of youth, now I have made public statements. apart from discussing this privately at executive management meetings,
Yeah.
which the CEO didn't really care anyway,
Yeah.
making public statements, calling on the government to pay them, not only youth in afforestation,
Okay.
the NAPCONians, school feeding caterers, teacher and nurses training allowances, and the national service personnel allowances. All these monies were in arrears.
Okay.
So Sir Gentleman is right to have commented on that.
Meda say, we say, Yembusau, or say, he was a member. Do you know that those in youth in afforestation have not been paid? They owe us about 13 months. Rich from Sawam, we were made to work like animals, but they never paid us. That is the youth in afforestation.
We are singing from the same hymn sheet.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm talking about
yeah.
problems and lamenting of how I may make several interventions to get them paid, but the finance minister didn't listen to us.
Okay. I say good morning, Sadiq. Please kindly ask Honorable Musa Superior that we are aware of the unemployment rate among party executives, but he was deputy CEO of forestry. He should point out one single party executive that he helped to secure at least a job at forestry guard or as a forestry guard at his office.
Hundreds of them. Now maybe by pointing out, I'll even mention some names he doesn't even know. So it doesn't make sense. But I've supported people in terms of recruitments. I've supported people in terms of their bills, education bills, and things like that. But these are, I'm not somebody who believes in self-aggrandizement.
Okay.
I don't believe in
I see Musa Superior is making sense. The man is speaking truth. Obama Musa Superior is on point. So many issues he said about why the NPP lost the last general election, especially on the part of former President Nana Akufo Addo. The former president was 80% part of our defeat. Elder Collins Dakwa Oforit Krum constituency in Hona Ode Aba. Way Efri Kamal Amasama Bruni or say Obama Musa Superior has decided to unnecessarily be loud to court attention. If he's today condemning others, didn't the president still give him an appointment after his abysmal performance as a Tamale mayor? Why didn't he reject it due to his failure as Tamale mayor? Why didn't he tell the president then that there were many more people to consider for appointment? He should spare us the noise if he is true to his words as he suggests. Some of the proposals, he should put it in writing and submit to the National Party.
That is brilliant. And I like this. Very fantastic write-up.
Yeah.
It encourages democracy.
Okay.
But you see, he doesn't really know me well. I left the job in after the 2020 elections. No, me resigning here.
Okay.
So you see, he doesn't know me well. And when I resigned, I didn't come to persuade the president to make me deputy chief executive. The president did, and I deserve it. I deserve to be a government official because when we were doing Buzia Dankwa, I was part of it.
Okay.
Throughout the NPP existence and the working of the NPP, I have been there.
Okay.
Yeah. So if the president is president because I have worked for the president to be president, I deserve to be given a job. I mean, Jan Krumah didn't. Have you seen Jan Krumah on any platform? The president's daughter. Did he campaign for the party? Has he ever a campaign? But he's doing a job at the Creative Art Council. Nana as in TBJ too. Have you ever seen him on any? I'm told he's not well. I wish him well. Have you ever seen him on any political platform?
Okay.
He was the executive secretary to the president. Don't we have lawyers in the party who have worked so hard for the party? So for him to say, I just told him my scorecard when I was mayor. Me Juma and me boy, and my numbers more than when I was no longer mayor.
Okay.
So the person should go and look at the records.
That's the scorecard.
And then update himself anytime he's making a public commentary about
me. Some of the delegates, so I said, my name is Michael Kwachi. Please, can I have Musa Superior's contact because we need this man as the general secretary of the party. Or say, Oba, the morning show, dear, we will let it, Debbie. Will be morning show. Oba, good morning. Please, Ghana can be great in terms of development. We need to get a national policy, and NPP should bring national policies to their manifesto in 2028. Greetings to Musa Superior. Oba, I have never seen this man before, but I hear his name on radio a lot. He's speaking the truth, but ask him if he could have spoken if Nana Nebu was.
No.
Nana remember next.
He said that if Nana was still the president, you wouldn't have been able to come out and speak to all the issues.
But if Nana was the president, I would have been happy looking for an appointment. Why would I come and speak like that? You still confused. We are speaking this way because we are very upset. I'm very angry that we lost the election.
So if you